Texas. What's happening in Texas, man? I heard there's storms out there that's beating y'all up. Y'all saying I need to stay away from Dallas for a little while? Let's talk about it, man.
Led up in the severe storms hammering Texas. Just take a look at the wreckage of this building site northwest of Houston where a construction worker was killed yesterday. Tom Hansen is in Garland, Texas with more on this relentless series of storms. Tom, good morning.
Hey there, Nate. Good morning to you. Well, if you were curious what 70 to 80 mile per hour gusts can do, take a look at this house behind me. The carport has basically been folded on top of the roof. One of the main concerns here, though, is what you can't see, which is power in so many parts of this community. Although that is starting to change. About 1 million Texans, mainly in the eastern part of the state, spent the night without power after enduring days of violent storms and hurricane-force winds. Back-to-back days and nights of heavy rain, winds up to 80 miles an hour, plus the constant threat of tornadoes and hail up to the size of grapefruits. The unrelenting storms across Texas claimed another victim Tuesday. A worker was killed in Magnolia, northwest of Houston, when powerful winds knocked down 2 homes under construction, trapping him. This latest round comes after holiday weekend storms killed at least 24 people in Texas and 6 other states. The wild weather yesterday stripped rooftops from businesses and homes. Trees were toppled and roadways flooded.
Flash flood came about, tried driving through it. I was surrounded by all sides and the car flooded.
The storms also took down power lines, plunging about 1 million people into the dark at its peak, forcing officials in Dallas County to issue a disaster declaration warning restoration could take days.
I've been doing this for 14 years, and I don't remember ever having a multi-day event quite like this one.
Back here in Garland, cleanup crews are busy surveying the damage as heartbroken homeowners clean up what they can.
The ceiling, the rafters, the joists, everything came down in there. There's water running through there like a river.
And the White House says FEMA is conducting damage assessments while local officials are sharing with residents how to report property damage. And people here can't let their guard down yet. The National Weather Service is forecasting another risk of severe storms and flooding across North Texas.
Yo, y'all pray for Texas, man, because I don't know what's going on in Texas. It seems like y'all get way crazier storms. Y'all getting storms in the wintertime, in the summertime, in the springtime, and in the fall. Shout out to Texas. Pray for my people over there in Texas. In addition to that, ladies, I keep warning y'all to be vigilant, especially over in New York. If y'all over in New York or anywhere inside of the country, but it seems like it's happening more in New York than anywhere else, especially in the Bronx, be vigilant. Check this out.
Well, now at 4, it's a fight for survival. A woman in the Bronx fought off her attacker with the help of...
I'm not pausing it for a second. We just going to go ahead and we gonna keep going with the show. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors.
But that attacker got away.
What up,
and now
Mika?
police are searching for that person. News 4's Melissa Colorado joins us live. Melissa, you spoke with one of the neighbors about what happened over the weekend.
Shout out to McColl's Wellness and Fitness. I love you, baby.
What do you say?
Well, guys, I got to tell you, after spending the entire day here in Woodlawn, this is a neighborhood where people really look out for one another. So when neighbors heard this woman screaming for help at 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning, they raced out of
DJ, I'm working on it, fam. Listen, when y'all put stuff in the chat, just put it once. I can see it. Chat lives matters. I'm paying attention to the chat. I can see y'all. I'm definitely working on the video. I promise you, I do not sleep. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I got y'all. When y'all put something in the chat, move over to the next comment and put something new or something like that in there. But I see y'all the first time. You don't have to copy and paste it every 10, 15 seconds. I can see y'all. I promise y'all I'm paying attention to the chat. I'm always paying attention to the chat, all right?
their beds, jumped in to help her. Thankfully, she was able to fight off her attacker, and it was all caught on surveillance video. Just before 1:30 a.m. on Saturday, a woman walking in the Woodlawn section of the Bronx had her wireless earbuds in. She's talking on the phone, unaware there's a man behind her, following her every move. Another camera.
Hey, y'all don't time nobody out or mute nobody. Everybody seem to be cool. We all good, y'all.
Positioned near East 235th Street and Vireo Avenue shows what happens next. The man puts his arm around her.
That's crazy.
And pulls her down to the ground.
Y'all, be vigilant, y'all. I don't know if y'all really paying attention. Be very, very vigilant because y'all be on y'all phone and y'all be distracted, or y'all be talking to y'all homegirls or whatever it is that y'all got going on. And then it's so easy for somebody that's paying attention to you. I see people all the time. I just be paying attention. I'll be walking and I'll be mindful of everything that's going on around me. And shout out to Cynthia Taylor. Welcome, my love. Welcome to the platform. We appreciate you for being here, baby. Be vigilant, y'all, because in 1 second, in an instance, somebody could be walking up behind you, you on your earphones, you all laughing and giggling at night over in the Bronx or whatever street that y'all walking down, and in 5 seconds, they grabbing you by the neck. Now, he just so happened to be a weakling because you were about to see what's happening, but pay attention.
Another camera positioned near East 235th Street and Vireo Avenue shows what happens next. The man puts his arm around her and pulls her down to the ground.
That type of aggression to me seemed very premeditated and very violent.
Video shows the woman fighting back and wrestling her way out of his grip.
The minute you hear something out of
that
the
chick
ordinary,
was no joke. That was a bigums or something. Whatever was going on, she got up out of that headlock and she started mollywopping my man.
You act.
Her screams wake up the block.
I think it was a saving grace that the windows were open.
Another camera shows the man running away on Vireo Avenue.
I think that is the reason the criminal took off and probably saved the girl's life. But she was remarkable.
One neighbor who helped the victim says the attacker didn't try to steal her phone. She believes he tried to sexually assault his victim.
Horrifying. I have a 27-year-old daughter who comes home at night.
Neighbors are sharing the video on social media.
Thank God for the footage, because we wouldn't have known
crazy,
about this,
bro.
and that scares me.
Imagine that's your daughter or your wife or your sister or your mother. I'm telling you, it's getting worse before it get better out here, bro.
And asking police to add patrols in this neighborhood before this attacker strikes again.
Woodlawn's tight. We got to keep it that way.
So be careful. I just want to make sure that y'all are vigilant. And when I get these stories, I want to share them with y'all because I want to emphasize how important it is to keep your head on a swivel and stop having your head in your phone so much. Let's continue. Last but not least, I heard that Steph Curry bought a new headquarters and he spent $8.5 million for a building in San Francisco. Check it out, man.
Okay, is this going to be his off-the-court office? Steph Curry just snapped up a building in a San Francisco neighborhood, and it happens to be a neighborhood he helped make more valuable. Our business tech reporter, Scott Budman, joins me now with the real estate purchase, and really everything Steph touches turns to gold. He's like the Midas of the basketball court.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jessica. Curry just closed on an office building in the Dog Patch area of San Francisco for $8.5 million, bringing even more attention to an area that has lately gotten red hot. The office building on 20th and Illinois sold for almost 6 times what it went for in 2021. That's a big jump in a short time.
There's great energy. I can see why Steph wanted to make that investment.
Steph, as in Steph Curry, whose title-winning career with the Warriors recently moved to the nearby Chase Center. Add in Pier 70, UCSF, and a revamped Embarcadero. And SF Chamber of Commerce CEO Rodney Fong says you have the makings of a much-desired part of town.
I think it's mixed use. I think it's all of these things that are with proximity and walking distance and not necessarily jumping your car, and yet feeling the intimacy of a neighborhood.
Speaking of the neighborhood, housing has been hot here too.
We know that it's an area that commands higher incomes relative to the rest of the country.
A section of the city that's been on the rise may be soon to benefit from the Steph effect.
Maybe we should do this call again where we finally see some, maybe some network, some effects, right? Coming from, him coming in and other people wanting to move closer.
He's got a point. The building, by the way, within walking distance to Chase Center will reportedly become the new headquarters for Curry's company, 30 Inc. We reached out to that company for comment, but did not hear back. Jessica?
No way. No way in the world that I would pay 6 times what it went for less than 3 years ago over in the San Francisco area. But I mean, it's an asset. He bought an asset. He obviously sees value in what he's doing. Shout out to Steph Curry for investing and continuing to leverage his money and continue to buy assets 6 times. Sounds like a ripoff to me personally, but what do I know? I mean, he's spending $8.5 million for a building. I'm not. It is what it is. Love Steph, though. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is definitely a quick hits.